Hey guys, what is going on? It is Anthony here, back again with another video, and today we're going to be checking out the Harley Benton 25th anniversary Stratocaster guitar. Hey guys, thank you so much again for tuning into today's video. As always, I appreciate your guys' humble support. Today we're just gonna hop right into this Harley Benton 25th anniversary that is modded. So this guitar, as you guys can tell, is not all original. It has been upgraded and has been changed out from a lot of the original hardware and whatnot. So what you're seeing from like the one pickup and the one volume with the pickguard, that's definitely not original, as well as some things in the back that the previous owner did with the springs and the claw where the springs clamp onto and so on and so forth. But other than that, from everything that is original, we have a Harley Benton 2-point tremolo, we have a rosewood fingerboard, we have 22 stainless steel frets, we also have a roasted maple neck, as well as Harley Benton locking tuners and a matching headstock. So what do I think of this guitar? Honestly, I am really impressed with this guitar. And at the time that this came out, I believe like 2 or 3 years back when they did the 25th anniversary run of like the Strat and the Fusion and whatnot, I was really bummed I couldn't pick one up at the time, but thanks to my good friend Joel Smades, and huge shout out to him for allowing me to trade my Firefly Slash-inspired Les Paul. He traded me his old Harley Benton Strat that he modded the heck out of with the upgrades and everything. And super cool dude. If you're watching this, Joel, huge thank you to you, man. You really gave me a really good gem here that I can really call my own. And I definitely am getting a lot more use out of it than the Firefly Les Paul that I have traded him. But going back on topic though, I really like the neck. The neck is very comfortable. It's got like a bit of a roundness, like a old school Strat, but it's not bulky by any stretch of means. It's just a happy medium where it's like that kind of like C shape, but like slightly modern, but slightly classic in a way. Just like the stainless steel frets feel really good, of course, and just make the playing experience that much better. And what I love most of all too is just the Firemist gold finish on it. It just pops on this guitar, and it just makes for an excellent mod platform because, you know, I have a huge soft spot for Strats. You know, even though I'm a 24 fret type of guitar player where I need 24 frets, like with this being 22 frets and it just being like that old school like Strat kind of thing, and then he made it like a one pickup, one volume with the tone like Eddie Van Halen would do, it just makes for a really awesome gem that I can truly make my own and truly make the most out of while it's still being just a great player overall. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and plug this in. I'm gonna run through one of my amps and I'll tag it right down here below. But other than that, I hope you guys like what you hear. And until then, we'll talk about the pros and cons, and then I'll give you guys my overall final thoughts at the end. Stay tuned. So now that you heard this guitar, we're gonna now start off with the pros and cons. Starting with the pros though. I think that the stainless steel frets feel really amazing in the hand, and I think they bring an exceptional value and bring a lot to the table when it comes to this Harley Benton specifically. They play smooth, they feel great on your hands. I mean, what more can you ask for when you can find a guitar in this price point? Another pro too is the roasted maple neck. This is a very smooth type of roasted maple neck where it doesn't feel like bare wood, but it doesn't feel glossy by any stretch of means. It's just that nice broken in kind of raw feeling, but not too raw, but still slightly polished. Almost like a tongue oil kind of like feel on the back of it, which is really awesome and nice. The other thing too is the matching headstock along with the body. I mean, the Firemist Gold, like I've said before, it just pops and it really complements the overall look and just vibe and feel of the guitar. Another thing too is the Harley Benton locking tuners. When you have this guitar and you have to constantly restring your guitars to just maintain your instrument, it makes for a really nice playing and maintenance experience because you don't have to keep putting it around the peg so many times, and you could just lock it one time in place after you put it through it once, and then you just tune it up to pitch and then you're good to go, stretch the strings, and you're rock solid and you're good to plug it in and play, and it just makes for a great guitar. I mean, I should also mention that I really like how this guitar sounds and feels. So now that you heard the pros, what are the cons? The first con that I do have to talk about is tuning stability. Now, I'm still kind of getting this thing kind of set up and broken in here in my studio, but I do notice more so when I use the trem that the trem is not the most stable. And I notice this because every time I use the trem, I have strings just going out of whack, and it's not something where I can really trust the trem, at least for the stuff that I'm trying to do. Even for simple vibrato, sometimes I find it still just goes out of whack, and it's something where if there's anything where this guitar falls short on, it's definitely, I think, the tremolo, although the tremolo does not feel bad and it is not uncomfortable by any means. It's still a very comfortable bridge. But other than that, the other thing too that I don't like about this instrument is I do wish, although the neck feels great and the fret access is not bad on this instrument, I could still reach all the frets with good ease. I do wish they had more of a contour bevel here on the neck joint. I think that would make for an even better playing experience, but I'm just really nitpicking here at the end of the day. I mean, like I've always mentioned, this is a review, but other than that, I don't think it takes away from the guitar, but it would make the guitar even better for days to come if Harley Benton could incorporate that into like another anniversary model or any of their guitars for that matter. I mean, at the end of the day though, I really can't complain too much. But one thing I did, however, forget to mention though is that although this guitar has stainless steel frets and they feel great in the hands, I don't know if this has to do with the fact that some frets are not as level as others, but I also do notice that when I bend strings, especially like the high strings up here, that with a reasonable low action, I do notice that I do get some notes that are even fretting out when I do like whole step bends on like the high E and whatnot. Again, I could always take that to a luthier to get leveled and crowned and polished, and it's not a big deal, especially for what I got this guitar for. But just be wary that if you are gonna buy one of these Harley Benton Strats, at least the 25th anniversary model, I would say definitely be aware of that you may have to put a little bit of TLC into the fretwork ever so slightly, despite how good the frets are, to really get the most playing experience out of it. But other than that, I can't complain, and I still think this is a really awesome guitar. That being said, I'm giving this guitar an 8.5 out of 10 guitar picks. I think if you could find one of these guitars for around 350 to 400 bucks, I say absolutely go for it. It's a keeper. It's a solid axe that you can either use as your backup, like heavy metal kind of Strat for the old school, like Maiden and Judas Priest kind of stuff, or if you just want something that's just like a great mod platform that you can just make your road dog, I think this is an excellent buy. I really and truly do. For what it is, I mean, I really can't complain. I think that the neck feels awesome. I think the stainless steel frets feel really good. And the fact that you're getting locking tuners on top of it all makes for a really good package for the deal. So definitely check one of these out. And whatever you do, don't overpay. If you see one of these for around like, you know, $500 to $600 on the used market, unless everything is like original, then I would say don't really pay that much. But if you can find these for around $350 to $400 modded or original, I say run with it and take the wheel and grab it, because this is a good one. And it's something that I think any guitar player, whether they are the most professional, career-driven type of musician that's constantly touring, or somebody that's just playing in their room and they're just a huge guitar enthusiast, this is an excellent buy. I say absolutely go for it. That being said, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Anthony DeFilio, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.